If you've been watching this series, you know that calories are the best supplement a tall, thin person can take in. I can't stress this enough. But what about the new drug-like supplements that are all the rage right now? Stay to the end to find out what my thoughts are on that. But first, let's start at the beginning by putting supplements in their proper place, behind real food. Real food, preferably not processed, is so valuable to long-term muscle gains. Eggs and toast will give you more muscle than a scoop of protein powder. Why? Fat and carbs. Too many young men get stuck on the idea that supplements will make them grow better than plain food. Not so. You just need more food than most. If you can't get as many calories as you need to grow, that's where supplements start to come in. The supplement industry is vast and full of baloney, unfortunately. Most products are there to make the seller money. If you watch my reviews on products, I break it down pretty plainly. The most common sin is sprinkling. Here's how sprinkling works. A new study comes out touting the benefits of a product, herb, or supplement. Said supplement company springs into action, finding a wholesaler, coming up with fancy labeling, and rushing to push ads. Meanwhile, the actual product itself that they're pushing contains a whopping 10% or less of the touted ingredient. Sprinkle in a little rice flour, some random vitamins, and maybe even a copy of a reputable company by including a special delivery system. 9 times out of 10, said fancy delivery system is not implemented correctly and itself is just another ingredient sprinkled in. For example, cyclodextrin. Cyclodextrin is a modified carbohydrate that encapsulates other ingredients to make them more digestible. Sounds good, right? But what they don't tell you is in order for this method to work, the product has to be heated in a solvent base and magnetically stirred for several hours. And if it's sold in capsule form, then it gets reduced back down to pure powder, then put into capsules along with the other ingredients. How many companies do you think are really doing this? And even the ones that do are often farming it out to a Chinese lab. Is the lab actually doing it? Based on my many outings with Chinese wholesale brokers, I'd give it a 50-50 chance. Now, because of all the extra work and materials, the price is astronomical. No problem. We'll just reduce the amount of main ingredient to offset the cost, and boom, that's how we get there. A capsule with minimal main ingredient and a few other bits sprinkled in. I can and have told you in the past about some very respected companies that are using a variation on this theme. And no matter how loud I shout, it makes no difference. That's because influencers with supplement companies aren't really selling a product, they're selling their reputation and personality. More than anything else, we all want something or someone to believe in, so don't be surprised when someone sells you an idea of a product with a sprinkle of what you wanted and a whole lot of nothing else. A much more effective approach is to get your daily caloric intake in place before even thinking of buying such a supplement. If you need help getting those calories, here's a recipe for a calorie supplement that covers a lot of bases. 1 scoop of your favorite protein powder of choice, creatine powder, 5 grams, just simple creatine monohydrate, fiber, Metamucil sugar-free works great. A tablespoon or so of that is what I prefer. You might use a teaspoon. Tablespoon of oil of choice. I like avocado and macadamia. Frozen berries, a half to a full cup, and a pinch of salt. Blend this up. It tastes great and has approximately 500 calories with a pretty comprehensive nutritional profile. 3 of these a day, along with 3 regular meals, and you should be well on your way to Gainestown. Beyond that, my whole channel is basically about supplements. I talk a lot about what works and what doesn't. In the long run, whey protein and creatine have stood the test of time because they work. They give you more of what you aren't getting in a modern diet. As far as specifics with each new flash in the pan that comes out, you'll have to check the rest of my channel. And if you have any supplement that you'd like me to look into, let me know in the comments.